Meghan Markle is outraged as Tom Bower drops a bombshell. Archie and Lilibet may not even exist. In a shocking twist, investigative journalist Tom Bower claims that after an exhaustive search, NO hospital records can be found to confirm the births of Meghan Markle's children, Archie and Lilibet. No documentation, no staff logs, no digital footprints. Despite global expectations, there's not a single trace in the US or UK hospitals allegedly involved. Why does this matter? If true, this revelation could shake the very foundation of the royal family and raise serious questions about the legitimacy of their public life. Stick around as we dive into this explosive story and uncover what's really behind these stunning claims. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. It began with a single name, Tom Bower, a name that had stirred up controversy before, sure. A name that some in Buckingham Palace had whispered with unease. A name that had graced the covers of investigative books and exposed figures once believed untouchable. But nothing could prepare the world, or the royal family, for the storm he was about to unleash. It wasn't just another tabloid jab. It wasn't speculative gossip. It was a revelation that cut into the very foundation of the House of Windsor. Bower, the man known for piercing through PR gloss and royal mystique, had done it again. Only this time, the shockwave was global. His latest investigation claimed something so outrageous, so unthinkable, and so deeply unsettling it threatened to unravel one of the most closely protected chapters in recent royal history. According to Bower, there is no medical, institutional, or legal trace that either of Meghan Markle's two children, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor or Lilibet Diana, were ever born in any hospital in the United States or the United Kingdom. Let that sink in. No hospital records. No staff confirmations. No registered birth logs. Not even a digital trace in private or public databases. The world froze. Were we witnessing a collapse of reality or the exposure of a grand fabrication? Within hours of the story going public, the hashtags #WhereIsArchie and #LilibetTruth began trending worldwide. The monarchy's online defenders clashed with skeptics, demanding evidence. Supporters of Meghan and Harry cried foul, claiming this was a new phase in a coordinated character assassination. But what no one could explain on either side was how something so basic, so documentable, could be absent entirely. This wasn't a smear from an anonymous source. It wasn't a rumor peddled by a low-rank commentator looking for clickbait. This was a documented, cross-country investigation led by a seasoned author with a track record of exposing uncomfortable truths. According to Bower's report, his team filed information requests, tracked employee rosters, reviewed hospital admission records, and investigated surveillance logs in multiple hospitals across 2 continents. And what they found, or rather, what they didn't find, sparked an existential crisis for the Sussex brand. There were no staffers who could confirm having seen Meghan during delivery. No photos of medical personnel attending to her. No confirmed bedsheets turned over. No official logs. Nothing. The stunning allegation wasn't just that Meghan might have avoided hospitals. It was that no evidence of a birth, at all, could be connected to her. The implications were nuclear. If proven true, this would not only suggest an intentional cover-up of the true origins of Archie and Lilibet, it would pose serious questions about the children's royal status, their birthright to British American citizenship, their titles, their legal protections, and their standing in the line of succession. From a constitutional perspective, the absence of birth documentation raises issues that could reach as high as the Privy Council and as far as the U.S. State Department. But at its heart, this was more than a bureaucratic nightmare. This was personal. This was emotional. This was betrayal on a historic scale. And perhaps the most disturbing element in all of this, there were whispers inside the palace that this wasn't news to them. They knew, or at least, some of them did. Private investigators close to Charles had reportedly expressed doubts as early as 2020. There were murmurs that Queen Elizabeth herself had quietly ordered discreet inquiries in her final months, spurred by unexplained inconsistencies in Meghan's pregnancy timelines and the increasingly distant behavior of Harry. And now, with Queen Elizabeth gone, the gloves were off. Bower's explosive claims forced everyone, from political leaders to average citizens, to ask themselves the impossible. What if Archie and Lilibet were never born the way we were told? What if everything we were shown, every photo staged, every interview rehearsed, was a meticulously engineered illusion? The questions kept piling up. Why was there such tight control over media access during Meghan's pregnancies?